Imagine this, you're sitting with someone, maybe on a date, maybe in a relationship that's been for a month or year, and something just happened. They have said something that dismissive, or they ignored you, or they were late and they are not even apologizing. And in that moment, you feel something inside. Part of you wanted to say something, and another part of you just kept quiet. You told yourself that they are stressed, they didn't mean it that way, I'm being too sensitive, and you let it go. And here's the thing, this has happened multiple times with multiple people, and you start to wonder, why do you keep attracting wrong people in your life? If that's you, keep watching, because I'm going to show exactly why this keep happening, and more importantly, how to stop it. I figured this out by watching people around me. I started noticing a pattern. I would see people in relationship, and in some relationships, people were constantly disrespected. And I would always think, why do they accept this? I would see the same people with their friends who had no problem saying, I don't like how you treat me, I'm not okay with that. And how people differently treated them and how they got much more respect after that. It wasn't that the people who demanded respect were mean. They just communicated something, I have standards and if you don't meet them, you're not in my life. Here's what I realized. People were treating them differently because they are communicating something different. People accepting disrespect, sending a different signal. Self-respect isn't something you feel, it's something you communicate. It's like a frequency. When you have high self-respect, you emit a certain energy and people sense it and they respond to it. When you have low self-respect, you are emitting a different frequency and people respond to that too. And that's when I realized you're not attracting disrespectful people because you're unlucky. You're attracting them because you are communicating it that I'll accept disrespect. So let's see about the invisible signal. Here's what I mean by invisible signal. Let's apply this to a person who is in relationship. Person A. Let's assume is that a person A. It is a person who always texts first. They are always available even if they are busy. They laugh at their jokes even if it is not funny. They go with the plans even if they don't want to. They ignore the comments that hurt. What they are signaling is, my needs don't matter, your approval matters more than my self-respect. And you know who gravitates toward the signal? People who need someone to control. People who take advantage. Not because they are evil, but because humans naturally fills the space we allow them to fill. Now person B. Let's assume that they are selective about their texts. They are available but not always. They laugh when they find something funny. They find alternative if it doesn't work for them. They speak up when something hurts. What are they signaling? I have a full life, I have a boundary. My self-respect is non-negotiable. And who gravitates toward that signal? People who respect themselves. People who are secure. People who see you as an equal. It's not spiritual, it's just how human works. So why does this happen? Why do people naturally disrespect us when we don't respect ourselves? It's not evil, it's not deliberate, it's just human nature. When someone presents themselves as low self-respect, something in a human brain registers that. It's like a frequency. The frequency says, I'm available to treat how you want. And certain people pick up that frequency. Not necessarily conscious bad people, just people who feel. But here's the other side. When someone sends the frequency, I respect myself, secure, kind and respectful people recognize it immediately and they gravitate towards it because they respect themselves too and they want to be with someone who respects themselves. So the solution isn't to find someone better, the solution is to change your frequency so the people who are respected are attracted towards you. First, recognize the signal you are sending. Think about your relationship, current relationships. Are there patterns of disrespect in you? If yes, ask yourself, what I'm communicating by accepting this? Name it because you can't change what you don't acknowledge. Second thing, decide that ends now. Not aggressively, not angrily, just clearly. Decide, I'm going to respect myself from this moment forward and I'm going to communicate this clearly. Third, set one boundary for a week. So here's what will happen after you set a boundary. Some people will recognize, they will step up, they'll realize that you have boundaries. I need to respect them. Some people will leave and that's good because you can't have who doesn't respect you. Fourth, every time you set a boundary, see how you feel. If it feels terrifying, that's normal because you're not used to respecting yourself. If it feels empowering, that's a sign you are on the right path. If it feels like you are being selfish, you're probably still believing the old beliefs. Respecting yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. Fifth, stay committed. Stop making excuses. Stop trying to earn respect. This is what you are. Just stay committed to that. This applies to everything, family, relationships, work. Here's what I want you to know. You're not attracting disrespectful people because you are broken. You're attracting them because you are clearly communicating that I accept disrespect. So change that. And that's the choice you have made and you can even change what you want to do now. You can decide that my self-respect matters and I'm going to treat it in that way. And when you do, everything changes. The people who can't respect you will leave and you'll make space for people who can. Tell me in the comments, where do you need to set a boundary this week? Name the relationship, name the boundary, because naming is the first step to starting it. The people who does this are the only people who change their lives. So I'll see you in the next one.